I wanted to be an elementary ed teacher for a very long time, actually. As a kid, I used to write on my door and pretend it was a chalkboard. And then I needed a job, and I got a job as a paralegal at a law firm. And all of a sudden, I shifted gears to wanting to be a paralegal. I started to work as a paralegal, and I realized that a paralegal does more work than a lawyer does at times. They prepare the entire file from front and back, and I said, I'm going to go to law school. I took the LSAT, and that's where I went from there. And I come from an immigrant home. My parents were both born in Palermo, Sicily, and my mother wanted me to get married and have children. She was not about me going to law school and having this career. But I have to say, I am 47 years old, and I've been practicing for over 20 years. And I will hear my mother tell her friends that her daughter is a lawyer, and she's silently proud of me. And so that's how my path came to being an attorney. It was kind of a stumble. I stumbled into it, but I absolutely love what I do. Another thing that I always wanted to be is an actress growing up. And I feel like being a trial lawyer, it's basically acting. You're putting on a show. You're trying to convince people that, there's a certain point that you're trying to make to substantiate a claim, and I'm acting as a lawyer.
I absolutely love what I do. I wake up and I'm excited to go to work. I'm excited to fight. Some people in my life would agree with that statement. I think I'm equipped. If you know me outside of being a lawyer, I think I'm equipped to do this, and I genuinely love it. I absolutely love the firm I work for. I don't envision myself ever wanting to work anywhere else. I think that every single person in this firm would agree with that statement. We don't lose people. No one really leaves Gullo and Associates because we have built an environment that is safe and caring and aggressive and is built on the strength of one another. We never feel like we're tackling a case or an issue, whether inside or outside of work, alone. A lot of times people refer to their work family, and really I think that all of us can say that we're not just work family, we're family. At this point, we've been together long enough, my partners and myself. I think that we know each other in and out, both in the office and outside of the office, and I think that that's critical to being the best you can be at your profession. I did always want to be a lawyer. I grew up as a music performance major. I'm a trumpet player, and there was a point in my life where I wanted to teach, but I realized that I couldn't teach during the day and be a lawyer at night, but I could do things the other way around. And so I decided to go to law school. My mother's an attorney, and I decided to continue my passion of trumpet. In every facet of my life, whether it's practicing trumpet, whether it's preparing as an attorney, I am consistent and dedicated. In the firm, we do have put an emphasis on, okay, I'm going to say that again. In the firm, we do put an emphasis on maintaining a strong mind and strong body. That entails eating right and sleeping right and going to the gym and being consistent with that as well. And I think that's important as an attorney. I think that you're required to be, whether you like it or not, to be mentally prepared and focused every single day that you wake up. And there is no room for those things to not be consistent in your life. And so in order to effectuate that, getting in the gym and getting the right amount of sleep and eating right and putting an emphasis on that in your life as an individual is critical to maintaining this high energy profession. So I do love what I do, and I want this feeling to last as long as it possibly can.
I love what I do. I truly love my business. I've wanted to be a lawyer for as long as I can remember in high school. I fell in love with it, and I just never had a doubt in my mind. And now that I'm here after all these years, I really enjoy it. I love my business, and the business, we've come to understand, thrives, rises, or falls with the individuals, with us, the partners, and the associates of the firm. Like King Arthur's court, when King Arthur felt strong, the land flourished. When he was weak and sad and depressed, the land died with him. And that's the way this firm is. So one of the things that we do together as a group is we constantly challenge each other for not only excellence in our profession, but for excellence as human beings, to stay in excellent physical condition, to have proper nutrition. We speak about mindfulness a lot, and techniques we share with each other on how we meditate, how we control our thoughts, how we prepare, how can we read better, how can we communicate better. And this is an ongoing evolution that will never end. It's an infinity game, as we call it, where it just goes on and on, constant, never-ending improvement. And we challenge each other on that constantly. And it's a requirement that I have for our staff. It's a requirement that my partners and associates have for me, to hold us to a high standard so that I'm strong, so that I can represent you strong.